We continue to be on your side this evening with an update on a Lee County school with a hole in part of the roof. Inspection records give new insight into why learning is still taking place in other parts of the building. News 19's Emily Correll is live tonight in Bishopville. Emily, what have you learned?
Good evening, Kaylin. So yesterday we learned about this massive hole in the roof of this elementary school, and today we heard from the Bishopville community.
They need to fix it, because I think that's a danger to our kids going to school.
Well, I think they should get it fixed because it's a danger to the school and the community. Because I live in that area myself. Absolutely. And I certainly hope they would do something about it to have it done so it won't harm anybody.
Well, they look kind of bad and stuff like that, you know.
The sizable hole in the roof of Dennis Elementary School in Bishopville has the Lee County School District community talking.
I think they should get it fixed.
News 19 first brought you the story on Thursday after a concerned citizen contacted us, raising questions about the safety of the students and faculty members who are in the building each day. In our reporting, we found that the hole had been in the roof for at least 5 years, which was when the district renovated a part of the Dennis building so students could receive education there. This happened due to problems with the structure at the old elementary school. And while the district agrees that the roof itself looks bad, in an interview Thursday with WLTX, the district superintendent says there's no immediate danger to the students and staff in the building.
For the community, for everyone watching, it's unfortunate that students are being educated in a building here with that attached to it. I grant you that. We're working on a plan to address that. But we do not have a surplus of funds to just address things like that.
According to an inspection record News 19 obtained from the State Department of Education, this past July, the State Fire Marshal's Office, as well as state education officials, agreed that, quote, there is no immediate concern as the safety measures implemented to date are adequate. They also noted that the occupied portion of the building is a, quote, separate and safe building fire area, making the observation that the abandoned portion is at the rear and physically away from the normal operations of the school.
My thoughts is, I just pray for their safety, to make sure that they don't come home being sick.
Kanisha Davis has a daughter who attends Dennis Elementary and doesn't trust the building.
They have it where, one side is, decent, but I still don't trust that because, like I said, it's a big hole and mold or anything could have been all in that school could still be in that school. They built a high school, they built a new middle school. Why not build a new Dennis, a new elementary school for the kids? That's what I would love to see done.
District officials say they are doing what they can until they have the money needed to make that happen.
We know that our students deserve a better facility than this. But until we can get the funds, until the state provide the funds, the county provides the funds, the community vote if there is a referendum to build a new school, to improve, we've got to do what we can to make sure it's safe and it's cosmetically pleasing to our students with what we have. And that's what we've done.
So back to that inspection form from the State Department of Education. That was done back in July of this year, and they recommended that a chain link fence be put up around the part of the building that's not being used, as well as trespass warnings. They also told the district to contact them for funding possibilities. Live in Bishopville, I'm Emily Correll, News 19, WLTX.
Several schools in rural areas like Lee County are in desperate need of renovations. That's why money was dedicated in the state budget to rural school districts. Senator Kevin Johnson tells News 19 about $100 million was dedicated to rural schools and consolidating districts, which he says isn't enough. He hopes when the General Assembly returns to discuss federal funding, the money will be put towards this cause.
My hope is that with all of this federal money that's coming down, this American Rescue Plan money, that we can find a way to, if it meets the guidelines, that we can find a way to use some of that money to help with the rural school situation in South Carolina. A lot of money went straight to the State Department. And so I hope that they can find a way to look at that and resolve that issue, because there's such a a discrepancy in, in school facilities when you travel to different parts of the state.